Because back then, you're an amateur. In the Olympic Games, no athlete could earn money on their skill. Now, you get $30,000 if you win a gold medal. Whoa. Yes. $20,000 if you get a silver medal. $15,000 if you get a bronze medal. So I got a call and said, if you accept that $1,500 for coaching student athletes, you will be a professional. And you will not be able to represent the United States in the Olympic Games. So I left education just to retain my amateur status. In 1964, I was the best hurdler in the world, still.
Yes.
The sports reporter said, Hayes Jones is going to win the gold medal. But I didn't listen to them this time. I had a strategy. I was going to peak right at the time of the Olympic Games in September of 1964. I'm at the Olympic Games. I make the finals. I had the 4th fastest time going into the final race. So statistically, how should I place in the final run? 4th. I was concerned because my strategy was to have the best time going into the finals. I'm the oldest hurdler in the finals. I'm 26 years of age. Everybody else is 20, 21, 22. They're in their prime. And I had said that I was going to retire, win, lose, or draw. I'm not going to run anymore. So they told us to walk into the Olympic Stadium. And we walked into the Olympic Stadium, it was dark and it was raining. And you walked into that stadium and you looked up, 80,000 people in the stadium yelling and screaming for their favorite athlete, and I'm not hearing mine. It really was just an eerie feeling, knowing that this was my last race of my career. So the Japanese starter told the athletes to unrobe, take off your sweats, put our starting blocks up in the ground. And he said, devious day, runners take your mark. Yo, and someone jumped the gun. Now you know that you're in your zone, and I'm sure that a lot of you, when you are taking your exams, and you've really practiced all week. Some of you probably studied 2 weeks, 3 weeks for this test. And you only have 1 hour to take this test. And you know that you got it down cold because you've been studying. And I've been practicing for 4 years. And here's the day for reckoning. And I felt so nervous that I didn't think that I could move. Can I get out of the blocks? And the Japanese starter again said, Dediyashite, yo, and off went the gun. Now in the hurdle, there are 10 hurdles, 42 inches high. I'm the smallest hurdler in the country. The sports reporter said that I was going to win the gold medal. Boys and girls, I cannot remember going over any of those hurdles. 10 hurdles in the race. Now I have run, I don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands of hurdles, but I cannot tell you one hurdle that I ran. Everything was just rote. You've been doing it so much that it just becomes a habit. And as soon as I got over the last hurdle, I lunged for my tape, and I looked to where my strongest competitor was running. That was Blaine Leland from Utah. and he was lunging for the tape at the same time. As I ran through the finishing line, I looked to my right, and there was Makarov from Russia. He was running through the finishing line at the same time, not knowing who won. The race was that close. They corralled us underneath the stadium. And the Indian coach ran and hugged and kissed his athlete. I said, I didn't see him come across the finishing line. The Russian coach ran and hugged and kissed his athlete in their traditional way. And I said, I'll be damned, I lost. And the reason why I said that, because my coach was leaning up against the wall, smoking a cigar, very nonchalant, and never approached me. And I said, well, I didn't win. At least I tried. Then all of a sudden, boys and girls, the bugle sound and the neon sign lit up in the stadium. And the Japanese announcer said, ladies and gentlemen, the final race of the men 110-meter hurdles. And it wasn't until somebody in the back room on a computer keyboard typed it in the name, J-O-N-E-S-U-S-A, 13.6 seconds. That's when I knew my dream came true.
Oh.
Immediately after that announcement, we get on the victory stand. And as you well know, watching the Olympic Games, the American flag is raised and the national anthem is played. And as I was standing there, while the national anthem is being played, I began to flash back as a little boy in Pontiac, Michigan, asking the coach if I could take a hurdle home and practicing all summer long. And people giving me the encouragement that you can do it. And my ignoring some of those other people who were saying, you're too short. You need to try something else. You're not going to make it. And when I came home from Tokyo, Japan, with my gold medal, I went to Pontiac Central High School and they had assembly in my honor. And when I went to Pontiac Northern, they had the same assembly. I took that gold medal from around my neck and I gave it to the mayor. And I told the mayor that this gold medal belonged to the young people of the city of Pontiac. It's not mine. And that gold medal to this day is in City Hall, in the lobby, encased in the wall. So boys and girls, that's your gold medal. And the bronze medal that I won in 1960 is beside that gold medal. If you have not seen your Olympic medal, I want you to ask your parents to take you to City Hall so you can see your medal. Because I want you to know that you from Pontiac, Michigan, also can be the world best. It doesn't have to be in sports. It could be in academics. It could be in anything you so choose. Because God gave each of you at least one gift when you were born. Some of you have more than one gift. But it is your responsibility, boys and girls, to find that gift and turn that gift into a talent. So people from around the world can enjoy your talent. That is your responsibility. And don't let anyone tell you that you cannot reach your dream. There's one other thing I want to share with you. A mirror is not just to see how pretty you look. A mirror is a reflection of who you are. And you have to look in that mirror every day and tell yourself, where is he? This young man who said that I am somebody. You have to do that every day. And you have a dream, and you have to visualize that dream. Because if you can visualize it, you can actually do it. And that's what I did every day running the hurdles. I could see myself crossing that finishing line first. Because if you don't see yourself doing it, you won't do it. So you look yourself in the mirror every day and you visualize your dream and say that you can do it. And don't let anyone else stop you. It's that winning that's so important. So don't be a piker or popper. Just call in your grit. It's so easy to quit. It's keeping on living that's hard. And although you come out with each grueling bout, all broken and beaten and scarred, just give it one more try. It's so easy to die. Never forget this, boys and girls. I want to come back to this city and see you as a champion. And thank you very much. Are there any questions for Mr. Jones? Any questions?
Yeah, I have a, how, your parents, were they privy to go to Tokyo with you, or do they here in the States? What?
It's really interesting that you've asked that question. The city of Pontiac made wrappers around little canisters, and they had it in every store, the high school, the junior high school, the elementary school, and it says, send Hayes Jones' parents and his high school coach to Rome to see Hayes win the gold medal. And people go in the store and put in a penny, a nickel, a dime, a dollar, even in the schools. They raised enough money that my mother and my father and my high school coach were able to go to Rome to see me run in the Olympics. And just last night I was reading a letter, well, it really wasn't a letter, it was a diary that my coach wrote every day while he was in Rome. And tears almost came to my eyes. You know, he's 85 years of age. I'm 75. And I still talk to him. I see him every other year. And just to reflect back on those days here, I'm 22 years of age in the Olympic Games, and my college, my high school coach was writing this diary, watching me in the Olympics. I'll never forget that.
Did you ever return to coaching?
I did not. I'm more an administrator. I don't have the patience of coaching.
It's good to know oneself.
Yeah.
The year where you said the principal or whatever told you that you couldn't be in 13, did you get back on that same year, or did you have to wait till?
No, I stayed on that team because I hit the books. I studied, yeah. Yeah, I studied, yeah.
Priority.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you run with Edwin Moses at all?
No, Edwin Moses is much younger than I.
Much younger than? Oh,
Much
okay.
younger, yeah.
And Jesse Owens was older.
Well, Jesse Owens is a personal friend of mine.
Really?
Matter of fact, in 1964, he sat beside my wife.
Wow.
When I won the gold medal. And when I was inducted into the U.S. Track and Field Hall of Fame with Bob Hayes, Bullet Bob, and Billy Mills, the Indian who won the 10,000 meters. We were inducted into a Hall of Fame at the same time. Jesse Owens was there with me. Yeah. He's a special gentleman. He's a special gentleman.
So are you.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're so grateful to have you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Let's give
much.
him another hand. Guys, I just want you to know that the Recreation Department